Hi everyone, it's Dr. E and I'm here with your week 4 instructional video. So before we get into all the details for this week about where to go and what to do, I want to offer a few brief reminders. The first of which is to, when you log into our course, make sure that you're taking a look at the announcements if you aren't getting those notifications or text messages about any of these, because this is where information is posted that will be helpful. So I was getting some question about last week's quiz, as well as how to access the book if you purchased through the bookstore. So these are announcements that can definitely be helpful or let you know of any changes that may be going on in the weekly schedule, in class in general, that kind of thing. I'm going to move up to the content area. And remember to take some time to just click around. I know many of you are taking multiple courses and they all look a little bit different. So the more you play around with each class, the more comfortable you'll be. I do want to remind you that there is a module about writing and academic support with Dr. K. And Dr. K has shared some of their details and contact information, as well as a wonderful video where Dr. K just kind of walks through the ways they can help when it comes to writing, because it's not just about writing in our class, it can be any class. Or if you have questions about, just being a college student, right, and being successful, what are some tips and things to share? Dr. K is really happy to do that. There's a module on the syllabus schedule and rubrics, MLA. There's a whole module on D2L and technology help. So those are links to the Virtual Learning Assistance Center, or VLAC, and OTS, the Office of Technology Services. So if you click on OTS here, it will take you to this area where all the resources are. And it's really helpful if you click on Student Resources, it takes you down here to all the things that you can utilize in terms of resources through OTS and ways to get in touch with them. Okay, so make sure you're familiarizing yourself with that. Additionally, in the D2L and Tech Help area, there is instructions on converting an Apple Pages document to PDF, so some of you probably want to pay some attention to that. So just again, remember on the left-hand side we have some helpful information. And then below all of that are, of course, our weekly modules. So I'm going to click on week 4 so we can see what we're doing this week. A pretty straightforward week compared to some of the past. So we have a chapter to read. It's annotating, summarizing, and responding in our course text. And so on Monday, you'll watch not only the weekly instructional video that you're watching now, but also one that goes through some expectations and information about the mind map. This is a video from previously, but the ideas are still the same, as well as the fact that we have a participation quiz that's due on Sunday. So your mind map is due on Thursday. I have extended the deadline until, basically Sunday with the 48-hour grace period. So I don't want you to feel like you have to rush through this reading. I want to see some really cohesive ideas in your mind map, as well as good, critical thinking and writing, and then your participation quiz. So if you scroll down here to watch, you are watching now what will be number 1 here, and then take some time to watch the mind map video. And then if you go down to review, here are the mind map guidelines, as well as the templates. You don't have to use them, but they're there for you. And then if you scroll down, there is a link to the assignments area for the week 4 mind map, and I go through different reminders and information that you'll see in the video, and there are links to Canva or mind map if you wanted to use those. Every time I'm going to post something that says, review the guidelines. So click here just to make sure that you are checking off everything that is required, and then you have the templates here, and then you can upload your document. Please make sure that you are clicking submit after you do that. It's very important. And then D2L will send you a confirmation email. So that's pretty nice. If you go back to the week 4 module and scroll down, we also have the week 4 quiz. And so remember that quizzes are always going to be about the readings. Typically the readings for the current week. So you'll have questions from annotating, summarizing, and responding that chapter. You may have questions from previous readings if I think that they're, if that is information that is pretty crucial for you to just kind of carry with you and to be reminded of. But also, you have questions from our weekly videos. So it's really a chance to, this is me encouraging you to make sure that you're watching and paying attention to those videos. All right, so like I said, a really straightforward week. I hope that feels like you can kind of have a little bit of a sigh of relief, and I really hope that things are starting to, you're getting into the rhythm of the course, right? Thursdays and Sundays, those are the days that are really important for your composition class. I do want to go to the left-hand side here for the book and additional readings module. I want to briefly walk through how to access the course book from here. There were some links that were confusing and taking you to places that were asking for things like student sets and whatnot. No, don't worry about it. So you can either click right here, okay, or you can go down here and click here. And this is going to take you to the Norton website. And so if you try to click on, you have all of these resources here. Don't worry about them. You just want the book. If you click here, it's going to have limited access. You're not going to be able to read everything, so you'll want to sign in and make sure that you have your information. They will email it to you. They'll ask you to set up an account. So hopefully these are things that you've already done. So you want to sign in, and you'll use your provided information and click sign in. And I don't want you to be too confused about the way that this book is structured digitally, because it can feel very different from the print version. So on the left-hand side, it will just have all the different chapters and information. So for example, this week we are reading chapter 7, annotating, summarizing, and responding. So if you click on that, it opens the chapter. And you can always look back at the table of contents. You can search for something. You can have a notebook where you're taking some notes and whatnot. So make sure that you're using this to its full potential. And so if you scroll down, this is just what it looks like in the book exactly. It has the same information. You just need to click to those next sections. And this is a really good way to make sure that you're taking breaks. So click next 1 or 2 times and then take a break, go back, read the rest of it. And so I want you to also note how information is set up by Lunsford, our main editor, and the other editors. And so we have these headings, which are, things like annotating, a sample. So it's really helpful in college reading and in college writing to think about how ideas are structured, right? So our editors for this course text have set things up in a very specific manner. We have some, words that are big and bold on the page. We have some little flourishes that are reminding us to do things. There are areas where you can click and get some more information. Okay, so make sure that you're considering all the things that are there for you in the digital version, and don't be overwhelmed by it. Okay, so remember, you can go back to the table of contents and you can do your searching through as needed. So we're in part 2 for chapter 7. Okay, so don't get overwhelmed. I know that we're still all getting used to everything. All right, so that's essentially it for this week 4. I do want to give a last note that lets you know that I will be updating the schedule this week for our course, because remember, I only schedule the first 5 weeks at a time. So I'll be updating the schedule this week. Just keep an eye out for that. It will be posted here. Okay, so where all the details for all the different major assignments are. And remember, some of these are going to be for previous semesters, but I have left them here, including those videos, to give you kind of a sense, right? A sense of what those assignments will be, even if there are changes here and there. So just some things to keep in mind, and there will be the copy of the syllabus, the schedule, all of that good stuff. So again, play around, click around, let me know if you have any questions. Those of you who have taken advantage of that Q&A area, I'm so appreciative to you all, because again, this is where hopefully everybody's going. If they initially have a question, they can see if somebody else has asked it. They can look at the answers. You all can jump in and answer anything that you are positive that you know, but I'll be in and out of there. Don't worry. And remember, there is the student-only chat, which I don't have access to. Make it your own. Find some folks that can help offer reminders, start a group chat, do stuff that is helpful for you to be successful in our course. But also, you can make connections with folks and Maybe you're taking other courses together. Maybe there are things going on that it's helpful for you to know about. So it's just a way of providing a little bit of a community space in our course. All right, everyone. If you have any questions, please reach out to me in the Q&A area, or of course you can send me an email. I am working to finalize the grades. I'm working slowly but surely reading through your surveys because those take me quite a while. I appreciate your willingness to share information and details with me, and that is only for me, so don't worry. And just let me know if you have any concerns about the course. All right, good luck this week.